Hi, fellow traders. What's happening? Man, it's been an exciting weekend. Probably not as exciting the way we wanted it to be, but it's been a pretty exciting weekend here, thanks to SureTrader. But with this video, I want to recap and pretty much finalize the small account that we've been trading for the last 10 months. Obviously, it'll be a while before all of this gets settled. So it doesn't make any sense to keep on working on that. So we'll close that out and I'll tell you where we're going to be going from there. And also to kind of clear up some things, I did a video pretty much giving you my position on this SureTrader deal. And this morning, the question was, okay, SureTrader closing, now what? But it seems like, as we dug deeper into this, the question becomes, is SureTrader closing or are they just moving into another direction? That's the big question. Plus, I've been getting some other questions about how I feel, how would I feel if they stay, and all of that. So I'm gonna address that first, and then we'll get into the account. Now let's do a timeline here. Back in September 19th, we got this notice that SureTrader was suspended. It was going to be suspended for approximately a week and everything, and all trading was suspended. And it was a shock. And supposedly, the way SureTrader put it out is like all of a sudden, without notice, we were suspended. Okay, we know that's BS. Anybody that has dealt with anything, any legal suspension or anything legal, anything, there's going to be some kind of notice. So yeah, they had to know. There's no way they did not know that this was a possibility. So then on the 23rd, we one day or 1 or 2 days before the suspension was supposed to lift, they said by court order the suspension has been lifted and trading has resumed. All right. So we at this point we're still trying to figure out, okay, what did they do? And I had a friend that lives in the Bahamas at the time. He was in the process of trying to rebuild his house. And then he has dual, I guess, he lives here and he lives there. So has a residence there. And he was trying to find out what was going on, but he thought it was kind of funny that people weren't really saying much. That it was just, wait, this is going to be released or whatever. But whatever the case is, trading started back and they gave free commissions for a while and kind of seemed to smooth things over. Now, you did have a group of people to leave and go to CMEG. And there were some people like me. I mean, I've been with them since 2014. Never really had any serious issues. So why would I change? Just think about it. And really, I'm using this broker for teaching purposes anyway. So why change? And that was my thinking. So yesterday, you log into your account and you get this, and we're saying, again, without notice and reason, their clearing broker has recently changed the terms of their relationship. Okay, no, the clearing firm is not going to just all of a sudden tell you you're done. There's gonna be some things. It's gonna be, okay, you're not meeting these standards. I'm going to give you this amount of time to do it. If you don't, we're going to cut you off. It's just that simple. So I don't believe that it was done without notice or reason I don't believe that. So then they say you've got two options. Unless opted out, you're going to be automatically transferred to this new F1 trade broker and all that. So, and their trade CFDs, and whatnot. So all of a sudden, I'm curious. I want to know, well, what is this F1 trade? I've never heard of it before. So at that time, I'm on my phone. So I do a Google search. I can't find F1 trade anywhere. And the only thing close is this F1trading.com, which is an expelled broker. And so I'm like, okay, the name is really, really close. And I'm thinking, hell, why are they sending us to this place? So I did question that. And so I got a reply back from SureTrader, straightening me out, saying that the name of the referral company is F1Trade.com, not F1 Trading. But to me, the name was just too close for comfort, because I use AverageJoeTrader and AverageJoeTrading. I use both of them. And I don't know. It was just kind of too close for comfort. So I'm like, okay, well, let's look at F1Trade.com then, because it didn't come up when I was looking for it yesterday, but mysteriously it came up today. And so I know most of you could look up this information online. And I'm trying to figure out, well, when did this domain name get registered? When did it come up? 9/21/2019, right smack in the middle of their suspension period. So this tells me that they were planning on doing this back then. That's what this is telling me. I know I'm assuming a lot. I'm assuming this, but come on. I know when I felt that my time with Warrior Trading was drawing near, that I knew that I was going to have to move. I opened up my chat room, even though I didn't have anybody in it. I logged in and started building it 2 weeks before I left Warrior Trading. So I knew I was going to make a change. And I did it ahead of time. These guys knew that they were going to make a change, which is probably why they did it ahead of time. I mean, that's, in my mind, these are the things that are going, because this is what a logical person would do. So I go on the website, it's up and it's blocked. It's, better than my elementary website. But the first thing is I scroll down, I'm looking, I'm like, man, they got a picture of a SureTrader platform. Now I know DOS looks the same for SpeedTrader, IB, whoever you're using, connecting it to, but everybody has their own color icon up here. And if you take this picture and you have a program that you could blow this up with high resolution, you'll see that this says SpeedTrader. SureTrader. So I'm like, man, they've got a SureTrader thing. So, and then when I go to the pricing, I see this. So it's been copied and pasted off the SureTrader website. So at this point, in my mind, there's no doubt that SureTrader is not actually closing. They're moving somewhere else, and they're changing their name. Is basically what's happening. It'd be hard to convince me that they're not. And then, if you were on the live stream this morning, you saw this happen live real time. I was talking to we were talking about this, and as I flipped back to it, it went from SureTrader to F1 Trade. You see this? It did this right as we were talking in the middle of the live feed. So they updated it this morning. If you go back to this, last updated 11/3/2019. So they updated it this morning. They changed it. I guess they went through and made sure that there were no more things that linked them to SureTrader. But guys, I wouldn't have a problem with this. Not at all. If they would just come out and say, hey, this is what we're doing and why, it would be fine. But what really has bothered me and has turned me sour is the lack of honesty and the lack of being straightforward. The business ethics of the company reflects its owner. And that's sad. So, and I don't think it's going to be any different moving forward. But here's what should scare me. Now, for those that have been asking me, should I just transfer it over and should I just transfer it over and wait and trade with them and then try to get out later? Okay, here's the statement here that really should scare you. F1 Trade Limited is incorporated under the laws of St. Vincent and the Grenadines or Grenadines, however you want to pronounce it, as an international business corporation and is not required to hold any financial services license or authorization in St. Vincent and the Grenadines to offer its product or services, which means they are not regulated. In the Bahamas, they were regulated. There was a regulatory agency, which we all knew about when they went through their issue, the Securities Commission of the Bahamas. They don't have to register with anybody. They don't have to do anything. They're just like any other regular business. So that in itself should scare the hell out of me. All right, now trading CFDs, I mean that's nothing new. What this does is allows them not to have to use a clearing firm. That they could do this in-house. It's like they can run and be the broker and all that in their own house. And all they're doing is following the market. Remember I told you, if you use any type of platform to trade, you're using a simulator. All it's doing is simulating the market action. The only thing that makes it a live account is when they actually connect actual money to your account. It's live at that point. You take the money out of it, it's a damn simulator. All right, so if they're going to use DOS, they can use DOS as a simulator, and nothing has to doesn't have to do anything. It doesn't have to do anything. So you could put money in it and they'll attach money to it, but all it's doing is simulating the market, and they can pay you or you can lose money. It's just like if I'm trading and I win, I trade, I take Roku short, I make $5 a share, and another guy was long it, he loses $5 a share, then no, I'm going to make money. It's going to go into my account, and theoretically the money is going to come out of his account. All right. So who knows if they put a dollar value to our account? Who knows if it's real money or paper money? Who knows if these people just take the money and put it in their pocket and then let us play with monopoly money? You don't know that because they're not regulated. So no, I would not recommend doing that. I wouldn't. I would be in that number, wiring out my money. Just be patient and wait until this all gets squared away. In the meantime, you could be looking for another broker. You've got two choices. So far, CMEG seems to be a really good option. And I'm not going to make that decision really until I talk to the guy to see how this is going to be handled. But right now, that looks like a good option. Or you can open up an account in America, at TD Ameritrade or somebody that allows you to open up an account with, less than $25,000 and do some swing trading. You can grow your account swing trading. All right. So because of this, because of what's happened, that's going to allow me some time, some freedom to bring back the smaller account swing trading. No, I wasn't able to do both. It was just impossible to juggle it. So now I'm able to bring that back. So you got two options. It's not that you're dead. It's not that everything is a loss. You can move to another broker, or you do have to move to another broker, but you can keep day trading with an offshore broker, or you can come home, take in like TD Ameritrade or somebody like that, and do some swing trading and grow your account that way. So yeah, it won't grow as fast as if you were day trading, but you'll still be growing. And it'll just take you a little bit longer to get to where you want to be. But you'll get there. As long as you're working and you're doing what you need to do to get to where you need to be, everything's going to be fine. All right, so that's all I've got to say about that. Let's take a look at where our small account ended up. For this month, really, really disappointing month. I couldn't be more disappointed in this month. But we ended green, 1383.07. You can see we had 3, 6, 9 red days. These are, I usually have 9 red days across 2 months. But 9 red days, who knows what caused it. I know the market started out really, really slow with low volume. It picked up these last couple of weeks. I should have done a lot better. I know I made some dumb mistakes. Maybe I put too much pressure on myself that caused these mistakes. But we survived a month. So year to date, 32,622.85. Now my goal for the end of the year was 50K. But obviously we're not going to get that. I was hoping to at least hit 40 by the end of the year. But, everything's over right now. It will probably be a month before everything gets settled and I would get into a new account if I decided to go with CMEG. It would take a month, and why not just wait till January 1st and make sure that everything's in place. I've got everything set, and we just start again next year. We'll do the same thing. But we started with $5,000 every month. With the exception of October, we started with $2,500, and we grew that $5,000. We grew it 652%. Now, throughout this process, I had people say, why don't you just leave the money in and let it grow and trade larger share size? Number one, I'm not comfortable trading too large of a share size. Okay, I'm not comfortable doing that. Number two, I don't want to have over $10,000 in my account at any point during the year. That's a tax issue. Okay, so I don't want that. Then number 3, how do you think I would feel right now if I woke up this morning and saw that letter and I had $32,000 sitting in SureTrader? And I would be on a damn plane Monday flying over there looking for a check. I mean, that's how crazy I would be. So that's why, another reason why I tell you guys to wire out. Get to a certain point, wire your money out every month, wire out your profits, save it, put it up. If you did that, and there's several of my students that have done that over the course of this year, they can go and open up another trading account and not even have to worry about the money they have here. If it take a month for them to get it back, it will not slow them down because they're already ready to open up another account if need be. So I wasn't just saying wire out just to be saying it out, just to be saying it. There is a reason behind it. There is a method to this madness. But really happy with growing this account 652%. And we started with $5,000, and all we did was take that $5,000 and reuse it every month. Reuse it every month to get to where we are. I know it was a slow year, but for it to be a slow year and constantly flip $5,000 every month and end up with 32.6, I don't think that's bad. I honestly, I think that's damn good. I mean, if I had a horn, I'd go outside and blow it. But that's, I'm really happy with that. Considering we are trading small, we're trading trends. We're not chasing all of this stuff. And it's funny because somebody, actually 3 people said they watched the video that Ross put out yesterday and said he's now talking the same stuff I've been talking since the beginning of how trying to size up and catch these big moves, they just offset themselves. And sometimes you end up going negative. That if you trade small, consistent sizes over the course of the year, you're going to make more money. And I sat there and watched, and he mathematically explained exactly what I've been saying. He just made it more complicated. But it is true that if you're trading, if you're consistent and you're trading and you're looking for these base hits, you're playing money ball. Over the course of the year, by the end of the year, you're going to be in a better spot. And it's a fact. So I haven't seen one of his videos in forever, but this one I really like because it really talked about the theory and the practice that I've been trying to explain and promote from the beginning. So I thought that was unique. But real quickly, here is the weekly curve. Now, you guys know I do not look at stats. I used to, and stats used to drive my decision making, which was limiting my performance. So I eliminate stats. I look at my P&L. Not so much my weekly. The reason why I look at the weekly is because I want to see what happens in the weeks prior to me going red. And if there's a telltale sign, I'll be able to pinpoint it and eliminate it if it starts to happen again. But you can see I only had 4 red weeks. I had one really bad red week. But I was pretty pleased with my performance this year. But the one that I really, really pay attention to, and this one is what tells you if you're going in the wrong direction. Your week to week is going to fluctuate because of the market. But when you look at this over and you plot this over a period of time, this is going to tell you when you run into problems. And you're going to see corrections. This is 100% normal here. All right. And then when we got really, really slow and things weren't going, I didn't really look at the percentage of how many opening range trades was working versus trend continuation and all of that. Who cares? I'm being consistent in my execution every day. So I know every day there may be one strategy that doesn't work versus the other. And a lot of times I can look at the market and know that this strategy is probably not going to work very well. This strategy might, or when it's just a good day to sit on your hands, period. You can pretty much tell that. But whether you have the discipline or not to follow through, that's a different question. But for me, it's not so much about tracking stats. It's about tracking my equity curve. And if I'm trading the right way, if I'm consistent with my executions, I'm going to have an ascending equity curve. Now, if I start to get inconsistent and erratic, I'm going to have a period of time of fluctuation, and then this is probably going to start to go down. Then I know I need rehab. I need to come back and figure out what the hell's going on. But I learned a long time ago not to overreact to these situations. When you overreact, you end up making a bad decision, and you actually turn a normal circumstance into something really bad. And it takes a lot more to get out of it. That's why I wasn't going to make any hasty decisions with this SureTrader thing. When I make a mistake in a trade, you never see me make a hasty decision. I'm always thinking through it with an open mind and calm. Sometimes it doesn't work out and I lose money, but I didn't overreact and create an even worse problem. And that's going to be key. So this is where we're gonna be. We're calling it for the year. Not bad. I'm gonna be trading out of my main account. So that's gonna be totally separate. We'll see where we end up this month and then next month. But I 100% expect to open up a new small account, because I feel that I can't honestly teach you and demonstrate to you that this is actually possible if I'm not doing it, if you can't see it happen. I'm not just about teaching, I'm about being a mentor. I'm about teaching through personal life experience, through personal demonstrations. I'm showing you exactly, and I'm trading the strategies that I teach. And even in my main account, you see me trade the strategies that I teach. The only problem I have sometimes is trying to keep my risk managed to where it doesn't create bad habits for you guys. That's the problem I have sometimes. Because if you have enough money, you can risk enough. I can risk $500 and not worry about it. But in a small account, you can't do that. $3,000 account, $500 is a big chunk. And that kills some of your, not only does it hurt your account size, but it hurts your ability to use margin. And using margin is, you have to use margin if you're going to grow your account. You have to. All right, so that's going to do it for me. That wraps it up. Like I said, as I work through the CME group, I'm going to keep y'all guys posted in chat. I'm going to let y'all know we'll go through the process as we go through it. But I'll keep everybody updated on it. Like I said, I just need to get some questions answered and then we can move forward. So you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will catch up with you later.